How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves and welcome back to a brand new match preview on the channel today. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. You've had a good week so far. And Wolves are going to be gearing up to take on Leicester City at home on Sunday. I'm looking forward to this game, of course, after the victory midweek for Wolves. But Leicester do pose a really tough test. They're currently sat in third place in the Premier League. So I'm going to be previewing and looking ahead to that game as well. As always, guys, let me know your thoughts ahead of this matchup. Be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. And a big shout out once again to our channel partners over at Football Prizes. This week, yet again, another Wolves related prize, and you can get your hands on this quite unique, you could say, Nuno signed shirt. It's the third shirt from this season with Nuno's name on the back, signed and framed. And for your chance to win, be sure to check out the link in the description down below, because that is a pretty cool prize from the guys over at Football Prizes. But yeah, we look ahead today to that game against Leicester City. Going to be a tricky one for sure, but a great win midweek for Wolves, beating Arsenal 2-1. In the end, it was against 9 men, but the 3 points is massive for us as a club at the moment. And getting some sort of points again on Sunday would leave us in a much more comfortable position than we were in last week, really. There was worries, especially with the form that we were on, that we were slowly being dragged into that relegation battle. But I think we can get some sort of positive result against Leicester. We will be okay. We've had such tight and close games with Leicester since we've come back into the Premier League, really. I think they got the better of us very early on in our Premier League campaign when we went to the King Power. We then had a thriller against them at Molineux with 4-3, I think it was. What a game that was. And then last season, I think there were 2 draws. Of course, they got the better of us again at the King Power this season. But the last 3 games really have been full of VAR controversy. The 2 last year, Wolves had goals disallowed because of it. And of course, the one this year, Leicester got 2 penalties. And obviously, one of them was checked by VAR as well. So, you know, the game's full of drama. They tend to be anyway, but they tend to be very close games between 2 good teams. You look at Leicester's form though recently, lost out to Leeds actually last Sunday, but got back to winning ways against Fulham, beating them 2-0. They're also through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. They're going to be facing off against Brighton next week, as well as Wolves are going to be taking on Southampton. But yeah, you look at their form, they've had some really positive results, especially around Christmas time, beating Spurs, taking a point off Manchester United as well. And they're in the Europa League. They're in a similar sort of position to what Wolves were last season, but they've taken the league by storm. In a great position, taking advantage of all the bigger teams dropping points, really. Leicester now just 2 points behind Manchester United in second place, and 5 points at the moment behind Manchester City, who do have a game in hand. City are in a great position right now. But Brendan Rodgers just seems to get them playing a good way of football, doesn't he? And then you look at, you know, the players have possibly got coming back. Jamie Vardy looks like this could be his return. Not 100% sure if he's going to start, but he should be in the squad for Leicester. But Wolves, you know, Nuno's done his press conference today. It sounds like, well, he said Wolves have again got some issues to look at and address over the weekend. There was an image circulating online that was sent of Daniel Podence in a hospital down in London. Make of that what you will. That could just be a coincidence, but maybe Podence could be a doubt for Sunday's game as well. But the formation is probably one of the big talking points. I felt we looked okay with the 4 at the back. I say okay. Going forward, we looked all right. But again, defensively, very shaky. So it's really up to Nuno to decide what is that best back for. We really need to get Johnny, Marcel or Aït-Nouri back in the squad. If we can get one of those guys back, then it will be great for us. We saw Kilman play there at left back, and it took him a while to grow into the game. Saka gave him a really tough game. And yeah, if you want to be ruthless, if you're Nuno, if you've got a left back into the team, I'd possibly drop Cody for Kilman and Keanu Hoover on the right, maybe Semedo on the left as well. But that is being very ruthless and probably a little bit harsh on Cody. But other than that, I'd probably see the same team start. You know, Moutinho never surprised me with how well they did together. Can they cope? Well, especially Moutinho, can he cope with these continuous amounts of games at the moment? And if Podence is injured, do we bring someone like Vitinha into the squad as well? So lots of thinking for Nuno to do. But these are the type of games now that Wolves need to try and grind some points out of. If we could start taking points off these teams up higher up in the table, that'd be great for Wolves and just help us, build towards hopefully a mid-table top half finish by the end of the season. There's definitely been signs over the last couple of games, you could say, that there's been some improvements a little bit, maybe not the Palace game, but definitely the Chelsea and the Arsenal game. And I think the addition of someone like Willian Jose has been pivotal, really, just with how he holds at the ball, how he brings other players into play. And I think the more he plays in a Wolves shirt, the more he gets used to these other players, the more confident he gets. I think he'll be a real asset for the club. But now we move on to the opposition preview. We get the Leicester perspective now from Lee Chappie, Leicester fan and YouTuber, and here are his thoughts ahead of the game.
Hey Dave, thank you for having me back on the channel. I'll be honest with you, between Leicester and Wolves, I don't like the fixture in all honesty. I never have done. Apart from that mad 4-3 game, it's been a bit pants really, hasn't it, between the two sides. The last game, penalties sort of split the sides, Jamie Vardy getting the winner at the King Power. But, I mean, it's a funny season. We're better going away is one thing I can say. So in that respect, I think we'll play a lot better than we would do if it was at the King Power again. Looking at the team though, what we've got, Jamie Vardy looks like he is set to return, thankfully. Although I don't think he's going to start. Brendan Rodgers saying in the press conference that he's touch and go to really start. He'll probably be benched, in all honesty. I think Nacho's going to start. But I can give you the lineup predictions that we've just made up on my channel from my subscribers. We've just put a team together for you to have a look at. We've gone for a back four of James Justin on the left, Ricardo on the right, Evans and Soyuncu as your centre-backs with Schmeichel in goal. Hamza Chowdhury to start because, again, we've got no Wilfred Ndidi still, although he might make the subs bench. Within the next 24 hours, we'll find out. But we have no... it's terrible. We've got no Dennis Pratt either. We've got no Timothy Castagna. There's a lot of players out injured, but we do have the star man of the squad at the moment, Yuri Tielemans. Hamza Chowdhury, like I said, will be your holding role, I reckon. Harvey Barnes will go left. What a player he's turning out to be as well this season. Michael Brighton, I think, will start over Perez on the right because Perez had one hell of a awful performance against Fulham. And I think he might just help out with a bit more of a... He's got more of an engine than Perez, and defending-wise, he can really help out at the back too. So I think Brighton will go right. Magic Matters in the middle. You've got to play Maddison. You have to play Maddison. And we haven't got Dennis Pratt anyway, even if we didn't have... to play Maddison in the middle. We've got no real player that can play there anyway right now. And Nacho up top. That is the predictions with the bench looking like that. It's a bit thin for Leicester. A lot of players out, like I says. I'm going with a score prediction of... Because we're better away, and with you guys, I know you've not got the best of form at the minute. I know you beat Arsenal, and there's that controversy around that red card and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go with a 1-0 away win for Leicester. It's going to be tight again between the two sides, but I think we're just going to edge it. But all in all, 1-0 to Leicester. Thank you for having me on again, and please go and check me out. I'm doing the watch-along show on my YouTube channel as well on Sunday at 1:40. So if you're interested in that, hop over, and I shall see you then on Sunday. Good luck for the game, and keep up with the great content. Love your work. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Well, big thanks for Lee for those thoughts. You can find his channel in the description down below. But yes, predicted lineup, or what I'd like the lineup to be rather. I would stick with the 4-2-3-1. I like that formation a lot. I just think it offers us a lot more going forward. I know Leicester have got another injury in Fofana, I think the centre back who started off quite well for them. So I'll probably see. I'm going to go front to back this time. Willian Jose start up front. Neto, Adama on the wings, and possibly Vitinha as a number 10. Martinho and Neves again in the middle, although I wouldn't be against Dendoncker returning into the squad. I'm going to be really harsh here. I'm going to say Semedo left back, Keanu Hoover right back, Kilman and Bolly as the two centre-backs with Rui Patricio in goal. It wouldn't surprise me to see us go back to the 5 at the back. I think having the 4 almost is because Nuno wants to try and fit Podence, Adama, Neto and Willian Jose into the same squad. If Podence is out, we may see us revert back to a back 5 and have Kilman, Cody and Bolly at the back again. But I'm hoping, because we're at home, You know, minimal travelling. You know, we can take the game to Leicester, attack them, and fingers crossed we can get a positive result. Guys, let me know your thoughts ahead of this game on Sunday. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.